Embrace the dark sensation. Rise from the ashes. Line by, embrace the pain. Despise through the carnage. Rise, conquer fear, no compromise. Rise against, stand as one. Bask in the pain, second to none. Destruction.
Thanks for joining us, Brett.
Oh, what'd I miss?
Whole lot of nothing.
Oh. I guess I'm just in time then.
Sure, you ready to kick this thing off?
I'm ready to kick this thing off. Ready to kick it up with the new chair. Everybody like the new chair?
Cheer. All right, cheer.
Paid for with beer's tears. Hey, check this out. Thank you, Mr. Beer. Thank you.
Apparently it massages his ass. All right.
Yes,
great.
it does.
This is great.
All right, it is Thursday, and you know what that means. Welcome to Max Wrestling, episode 495. This is your game-changing captain speaking with the one we call El Jefe Moses Marquez, here to discuss every single twist and swerve in the world of pro wrestling. As we closing on 1 week from our next Max event, All for One.
Number one is coming up hot, fast, in a hurry, and massaging your ass just like that chair is. Coming up tonight, Bobby Lashley disses on the failing connection, I should say, with Triple H. Penta seems very WWE-bound, and I'm not hating on it. Roman Reigns absolutely annihilates the Bloodline, leaving them crying like a bunch of toddlers. And after last week's shocking cliffhanger, we find out the captain and his viciously ejection of a Dragon Club member by the damn baseball bat. You crazy Negan-like son of a bitch. There's blood still meant to be cleaned up in the woods somewhere. So make sure you're subscribed right here on the YouTube's Max Wrestling's YouTube. Hit the subscribe button on all the podcast platforms, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is you get your podcast. And head on over to the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com, for all your links and a whole bunch more. And maybe some bodies, some footage of some bodies. A body, I don't know.
Hey, who do I look like? Logan Paul?
I mean, you're in the woods. You're in the woods.
Dom is such a dick. Like,
It totally is.
don't get me wrong, I'm not defending what Logan Paul did in Japan, but that was a dick move from Dom.
He just kept going. See, Dom can get away with something that sometimes. Good job. Good job.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing that Logan had a co-host, because I think if it was just the two of them, it may have turned out a little differently. You could kind of see Logan holding himself back.
Just a little bit. He's still a little on edge about the topic. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good that he's full of regret, I guess.
He should be.
Yes, you did fuck up, but all right. Let's kick it off with some dumb tweets, because some people think a Boston crab is a crustacean from Massachusetts. And as a result, this is shit Mark say.
Crabs.
I'm gonna tweet me and my friend Mark. We're gonna stop watching.
You're a whiny bitch.
First up, we got some dude that looks like Reggie. But I don't know which name to call him. Raykage or JHM, bunch of numbers. But he said, why is Tony Khan Man not using any of Bryan Danielson footage from his matches versus Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, Triple H, AJ Styles, CM Punk, etc.? He is such a petty fucking man. No shock. Mr. Fake Reggie, do you understand how copyright works? Like, we do as YouTubers. You can't just take footage from some company that you have no footage that you don't own and put it on your television program.
That's like, I don't mean to interrupt you. And yours, because look, see, you got a jerseys. There's jerseys here. Adidas, Nike. That's like buying Adidas shit in a Nike store. Are you fucking kidding me? Are
Also,
you fucking, like, what the fuck?
If we were getting paid for this show, this logo right now would be blurred out unless I got permission to wear it on screen. That's how
Exactly.
copyright works.
Oh my
Um,
God.
they use old footage in Ring of Honor because guess what? Tony Khan owns the ROH library.
Sure does.
I think they used a little bit of stuff in Japan,
A little bit, yeah.
Mexico.
A little bit
But
in
yeah,
Mexico as well, yeah.
obviously they can't use stuff from WWE because they have no rights to the WWE footage. You dumbass.
I just how and I mean I know this is probably just internet trolls for the sake of just being trolls, but it's like you guys know better. There was a fucking sale for the longest time of the possible sale of the WWE library. Like if you know that, like it's its own entity. You know, fucking the Marvel universe or whatever is its own entity. Nike, Adidas. Again, I use brands like a motherfucker because that's what it is. You can't unless you are a Walmart, a
Hey
Target.
Logan, how you doing?
Exactly. You're not just gonna be able to have the ability to have numerous brands at your disposal. That's what copyright means. You're copywritten. If you use it, we can sue you. That's pretty much the long and short about it. But the fact that you have access to the internet and this is what you put on there is just that's what makes this so much worse. It's like not only are you like literally sucking the E knob, which is fine. I understand that. That's you're gonna do it anyway. I'm not gonna yell at y'all for that. But the fact that you don't understand the basics of business copywriting from fucking anything. We can get monetized or demonetized from YouTube for using the wrong song. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that was also happening on TikTok for a while. So again, how are you have access to the internet and don't know the basics of copywriting is fucking beyond me. That's why I was sitting here just dumbfounded, like, huh?
Thankfully, we got a lot of original music on Max Wrestling now. You're all welcome.
Hey, right.
So yeah, fake Reggie, you're a dumbass. What
Big
else we
dumbass.
got? Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Humble wrestling accounts. You don't sound very humble from this tweet,
That
but
already that just gives me all the red flag.
the
all of
the lowest form of insult after breaking up with someone is to body shame them. Two with double O's there, by the way. Scripted or not, I don't care. Imagine it was reversed. Liv has a vagina like a cave would be condemned by everyone, but when it's a girl saying something about a guy, it's fine. Look, Rhea and Dom weren't really a couple, and this is a television show with characters. It's not a real insult. It's scripted.
You know what? No, fuck it. The homeboys, it's still real to me, damn it. So if it's still real to you, bruv, it's still real to you. He fucking cheated, bruv. He
Yes.
cheated. He went out on this girl that he worships, that he's with forever, and went to some other broad. Not only doing that, not only did he cheat and leave her for another woman, he made sure that she lost her fucking opportunity at a world championship. So she has every reason to fucking rip him a new 1.5, bro. And if you feel that that's like not okay, that like if you go to cheat on your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the fuck, and you don't get immediate repercussion, and you feel like that's deserved, then you're you're just as dumb as fucking fake Reg.
Yeah, and
Goodness gracious.
I also said scripted or not, I don't care. But like, so she called him a pin dick, basically.
So again,
I'm sure he's not really. It's a joke. Because they broke up.
Often those fucking insults are used during breakups.
Yeah.
Fucking dick so little. Like
you never made me scream.
It's basic insult 101. Right. You know what I mean? Fucking guys talking about each other's fucking dongs all the fucking time too. You want us to get mad at each other? How dare you belittle my wiener? Like, are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? There's a 12-year-old making a wiener joke right now.
Yeah. And yes, there have been plenty of jokes made about the opposite sex too in wrestling, especially Sonny.
Hey,
how you doing? But I mean, I'm sure Dom wasn't affected by it. I'm sure Dom's fine. He's got these two smoking hot ladies on TV fighting over him, and then in real life, he's got his own smoking hot wife. So
I was just gonna say his wife is hot.
Dom's winning.
Dom's winning, bro. I'm sorry.
And he gets chicken tendies whenever he wants.
The chicken tendies. Yeah, fucker.
Chill out. It's not that big a deal. I mean, you probably this guy probably gets offended when like somebody says, "I'm gonna beat your ass," like the lamest insult you could throw
Hey,
in
man.
wrestling.
Hey, man, relax, man. Why do you have to be so aggressive? It's fucking wrestling.
Yeah,
Jesus
it's a staged contact sport. It's supposed to be aggressive.
Ta-da.
Go back to watching the Power Rangers,
I love Power Rangers.
but the old stuff, not the new shit.
Yeah. You know, when they stole all the fight scenes from Japan.
That's why it was
Give me
so
that
good.
Hey, exactly. It made sense. It made sense.
That them Japanese Power Rangers know how to fight.
Fucking A.
And why is the pink one wearing a skirt but not the yellow one? Because the yellow one's actually a dude.
Shh, don't tell nobody.
We're going way off target here. I don't think I've got any more, actually. I think those two just took the cream.
You see, this is what happens, though, when they're so bad, we go off on a tirade. It's just, that's what happens.
I'm sure there was one more, but I forgot to screenshot it.
Fine.
Okay, there's a screenshot of Mina Shirakawa's cleavage.
Ayo.
Oh, jeez. And I just clicked the comment underneath. Here we go. I found another mark. Lanjamar says, did they sign another Japanese? No. That's Mina Shirakawa, who has been there for several months.
Is that like politically correct? Can you say that like that? Can you say that?
I
So
mean,
they
her
sign
nationality
another
is Japanese, but I don't think you can refer to them as
a Japanese.
as a Japanese, like a noun.
As an object. I'm just so confused, and I don't know whether to be insulted or just distraught.
I'm
again,
insulted by the blatant racism and the stupidity to not realize that this girl has been there for a while now.
she's been around. There was a fucking. They were. What was the thing a few weeks back? Oh, all she's doing is selling sex.
And
Okay. Okay. Have you turned on your television lately?
oh, geez, people, you hurt my head. And then I'm just going to finish it off with not an actual tweet, but a bunch of. I haven't actually seen any of these tweets, but I have seen that a lot of people have been. I don't fucking understand this. Body shaming Cody Rhodes. The dude is ripped. What is there to body shame?
Hold on. What the fuck? We went from Cody has to win it. It's taking too long for Cody to win it. Oh my God, he finally won it. To he's the American, the African American dream, or the African American nightmare. I don't know, whatever you want to call him. To now we're body
He's
shaming
the
him?
Eminem of wrestling.
Like, he really is. He really is. Like, because what, you know what I mean? The fucking MGK line, your beard is weird. That's what you're really telling me. You have nothing to complain about with Cody Rhodes, so you're like, yeah, you're kind of fat some places. Huh? I fucking Otis is fat in every place. You know what I'm saying? And they let that motherfucker shave his gut on the goddamn PLE. So, what the hell, people?
I would love to know what your body standards are if you have a problem with Cody Rhodes' physique.
Apparently, everybody needs to be built like fucking Brian Cage, just different variations of height.
Or just severely dehydrated like fucking Wolverine.
Yeah, because that's fucking realistic. Jesus Christ.
He also only does that for the movie. He doesn't stay in that shape all the time.
Seriously. My goodness, people.
Let's be honest. That's very unhealthy.
Beyond.
What Hugh Jackman does for Wolverine, but it looks fucking cool.
Yeah, for our entertainment, we thank you.
Dumbasses. I think that's quite enough marks this week. There's going to be plenty of points dished out later on. The internet broke this week. Jeez. Mm-hmm. All right. Also this week, we're going to get into Raw and SmackDown and everything later on, but one story broke out from Bobby Lashley. Who says he actually went on record in an interview and said Vince McMahon got him and booked him accordingly, which is unusual, but fair enough. Finally, Vince got something right. But Lashley hasn't. He said he never really connected with Triple H, so Triple H doesn't really get him. Which, of course, people have just used as fuel to this argument that Triple H is incredibly racist.
Yeah, okay.
Like, okay, there's a few stables in WWE that are the same ethnicity, but there's also a bunch of teams that are different ethnicity. Look at the Judgment Day, for Christ's sake.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Also, you have prominent people in prominent positions that happen to be black right now.
Mhm.
Did that happen very often with Vince? Only in 1 month of the year.
I was about to say, I was like, wasn't that like the only guy that was quote unquote in a little bit of fucking power was goddamn Coach? The only fucking guy that was black that had any goddamn power there. So again, the incredibly racist thing. Let's flip the coin on its head for a second. You know what I mean? Let's turn the argument to a different direction. And no disrespect, not saying it like that. How many African American superstars outside of females are there really in WWE besides a Bobby Lashley?
Mm.
Which, by the way, Bobby Lashley's what? Isn't he about to be 50?
Oh, he's getting on, yeah.
So I mean, again, if we're going to be transparent and we're going to talk about it, they don't really have a lot of African American stars. Like, yeah, Carmelo Hayes is right there, but he's still young. He's still in the game. You know, there's a lot to do with him. He's not I think what it was they hit on the iron of the Miz, and some people think, well, the Miz got this giant rise against John Cena. We hated the fuck out of that guy. We hated him so goddamn much that now we love him. It was the John Cena effect. You know what I'm saying? It was the John Cena effect, and it worked for the Miz. You can't do that to some of this young talent with all of the older, experienced veterans that we have. You have to harness them. You have to bring them up. Look how AEW did it with Swerve. Swerve wasn't an immediate world champion when he signed there. He had to build himself, and he was still kind of Swerve from Seattle, where it was he yelled Swerve's house, but he was still kind of quirky. And now he's turned into this. I don't even want to say it's his final form, but he knows who he is. He has confidence within himself, and he plays it up to how he has to play it up. He's not just that kid from fucking Seattle anymore. It's Swerve, and he means it when he says it. But again, besides Carmelo Hayes, besides Bianca Belair, besides Jade Cargill, I'm Ricochet's gone. I'm really trying to think.
Well, you got
the New
Odyssey
Day.
Jones, who's just been brought in, and he's a powerhouse.
A powerhouse dude, and then they're using him as one. But again, another dude who's brand fucking new. He's a kid. He's in his 20s. He just came out of NXT. I love Odyssey Jones, by the way, but he just came out of NXT. You got to give him some time. Carmelo Hayes has a better push than him, and again, you got to give him some time. Got to give this time. He ain't fucking racist. I don't know. That one irks the shit out of me. I mean, if you're gonna say that he focuses more on the Latino culture and the white culture more than he does the black culture, I think that's fucking beyond far-fetched. You know what I mean? Again, how many stars are there? How many up and comers are there? There's not a lot. Sorry to say it. There's just not a lot. And that's why it's like this. Hell, I'm really trying to think. I wish Beer was like here right now because I could ask him about guys in NXT that were.
I took care of that.
I was just going to use son of a bitch. But that's the whole thing. It's like, it's all about who's actually there. There's nobody. I'm really racking my brain, dude. I can't think of many others. Like I said, unless you're going to break the fucking New Day up for the 900th time.
Well, I mean, that seems to be on the horizon, actually. But the names you did mention, Jade, Bianca, Carmelo Hayes, they're not in the main events, but, they're in strong positions where people are seeing them on a regular basis, and they're getting big wins here and there. And
you can tell me Bianca Belair is not a big star?
She was in the title picture for like 2 years straight.
Exactly. So again, what happens? You get this massive push. Other people get opportunities. You go to the back of the line. You remember there was a time and a place where Trish did not have to be the end all be all of the women's division. She could just kind of hang out and show her boobs every now and again. Not really show her boobs, but you know what I mean? The cleave. And we were fine. It's the way people fucking just jump to conclusions kills me. It just blows my mind.
Cody seems to be like the only like pure white all-American guy that's in like the main event scene right now, because SmackDown's full of Samoans and Tongans. Like,
oh yeah, the Polynesian culture. I said only Latinos. The Polynesian culture. Don't forget about them. Shit.
let's just drop this whole thing. Yeah, okay, Triple H didn't really connect with Bobby Lashley, but like we said, Lashley's not a young guy anymore. And
That's number one. That's number one. He's not young. And besides, let's be fucking real. What does Bobby offer besides his look? Tell me the truth. Is he a promo? No. God, no. They had to bring MVP back to make him a fucking pro, just to talk for him.
Wow.
You know, he could be a manager as long as he doesn't talk. He could be somebody's muscle. But Bobby Lashley he's older. He's in his 40s. You know what I mean? He had a great run when nobody thought he would. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's be honest about that. The Hurt Business was better than most people think. At least I thought so.
I love the Hurt Business.
And that's it. Next thing they're going to tell me is people are still pissed off that Shelton Benjamin didn't make it. Another guy, aging. What are they going to do with him? This is a new era. This is new blood. Everybody is fucking on the younger side. Look, how old is Rhea? Like I keep bringing up the ladies because that's obviously the bigger stars right now in the E. But it's like
Rhea's young 20s.
Exactly, they're in their 20s. You know what I mean? Cody's in his 30s. That's fine. You know, late 30s going on 40s. We understand that. Remember how fucking popular and used AJ Styles was. Now look how little he's being used. It's called age, brother. It's called age. You have to stick with the times. What's the demographic? What's the beautiful demographic they always shoot for? 18 to 35. Bobby Lashley older than that.
Yeah.
Not racism. Stop it. Fucking hell.
Stop.
Internet sucks today.
Yeah. Internet really sucks. And Penta, as we said, seems to be WWE-bound, although he said he went out there and said, hey, AEW is my home, or whatever he said. And then, like, right after that, all the dirt sheets were like, yeah, Penta's negotiating with WWE. It's like, okay.
It's like, look, dude, we get it. The reality of the matter is like, you guys were there, I want to say towards the beginning, if not right at the beginning. And he made a big impact. But the reality is, and we've said it, you know, many of the guys in the TSK have said it too, it's Tony Khan has brought in so many people. It's always been an overbeared roster.
Yeah.
And because of that, a lot of guys don't get the opportunities that they deserve. Like the Lucha Bros are multiple-time tag champions, don't get me wrong. But Penta, they looked at Penta as a straight tag wrestler. They can see Phoenix doing more, but Penta was just a straight tag wrestler. And even he knows he's better than that former, you know, AAA Mega Champion and all this other things like that. Lucha Underground, if you want to get fancy. But it, you know, he wants more. He wants a better opportunity. Or maybe it's just the paycheck. You know, who knows? But again, we talk about this shit all the time when people decide to leave whatever company they're at and head to the E. What's so wrong with them going to make that money? What's so wrong with them wanting to get that little bit more of exposure? There's nothing wrong with it. He was in AEW for call it 4 years. Maybe he was the whole entire 5 years. You know, if somebody wants to correct me on that, I'm sure Chris will. You know what I mean? So it's fine. If they push him, I'm all fucking for it.
I think it's just more like a bucket list thing. Like, he's done Mexico, he's done Japan, he's done TNA, he's done AEW, and he's done pretty much all he can in AEW. So
besides
go to
winning
WWE.
every singles title there is.
Right. So yeah, go to WWE, take that off the bucket list, and you've pretty much done it all.
What's the old-fashioned saying? What does Cody always say? He gambled on himself. Go gamble on himself. And then watch him end up becoming like a giant star like a Rey Mysterio. And then by the time, if he decides he wants to go back to AEW, he and Phoenix, oh my God, massive pop for the Lucha Bros after 5 or 6 years or whatever. Or it's an established dude, heaven forbid something happens to AEW or Phoenix decides to leave or whatever, and Phoenix goes to WWE, bam, there you go. You know what I mean? Connectivity.
Yeah.
Fluidity. I love it.
So yeah, I don't want to see any like AEW diehards give Penta shit for leaving and going to WWE because he's had a great run in AEW. And go do what you got to do. A
little injury plagued, but then again, Phoenix was worse. But again, one of the most decorated tag teams in AEW, the Lucha Bros.
Yeah. I'm just interested to see how the E-Drones react to Penta. They'll either be like, who the fuck is this guy? Or, oh my God, we finally got Penta. But yeah, you never watched him in AEW though, did you?
No. And I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait for the fucking all the Rey Mysterio jokes. Oh my god, it's Rey Mysterio.
Oh yeah.
Tatted up, or no, it's a little bit taller, Rey Mysterio.
It's basically every non-wrestling fan thinks a masked luchador is Rey Mysterio.
Hey, that's Rey Mysterio. I can see it now. Good God, Vince is gone.
Oh boy. And then finally, before we go to a break, Roman Reigns made his return to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like I knew he was gonna get physical, but I didn't expect him to like completely annihilate the Bloodline.
I don't want to say it was too much because I was too much enjoying in the moment. You know what I mean? It was a great moment, good pop. Everybody's excited that he's back. He's using his fists to talk. You know what I mean? Actions speak louder than words. But you know what? Fuck this shit. Let's be real for a minute. We've talked about that. What do we call them? The fucking the Temu fucking the Temu version of the Bloodline. They're the fucking store brand, bruv. They're store brand. When Kellogg shows up, you're off the shelf. You know what I'm saying? So it's fine if Roman comes in and single-handedly destroys these fucks. Now watch. Now it's going to leave an opportunity for them to get the upper hand on him, and then us getting the return of all the returns that we want. Maybe Paul Heyman to get involved somehow, some way. But
yeah,
we're setting it up. You know what I mean? The long-term story has always been is always going to be, old bloodline versus new bloodline. Who's the real bloodline? They were going to do a civil war no matter what. Why? Because the Bullet Club did it. And if the Bullet Club did it and it worked, it's going to work here.
Yeah. I mean, Tangaloa was never going to put up much of a fight. He's just become a weekly meme, that guy.
Dude. Whatever. I hope that paycheck is fat.
Like, what the fuck?
He went from being, I want to say, a 5-time IWGP Tag Team Champion, fucking history maker, fucking Super Tag League winner, all this fucking shit, to he got an eye patch and he fucking does so bad.
Many botches.
So many botches. It's like he's untrained.
Yeah.
Like, it's like all of a sudden, fuck it. Just caution to the wind. If I die, I die. Like, or no, if it looks stupid, it looks stupid. If I fuck it up, I fuck. This guy he doesn't give a shit. You understand? No. He doesn't give a shit.
We forget how long he's actually been wrestling because it is just like Tama Tonga's come in and gone, hey, little bro, you want to come and fight? You want to come do this wrestling thing? What? I never done that before.
Yeah.
How have you gone from like international stage to this green? You've gone backwards somehow.
And not just international stage, but probably the biggest one outside of the States.
Yeah.
Okay. But and again, you go from being a top tag team guy, new, fucking giant recognition, the whole shebiggity, to whatever the fuck this is. Because I can't even call it that you're attempting to be a wrestler. It's like you're one of the security guards. The ones that can just get beat the shit every day in every episode of every fucking wrestling show ever. It's like that, except you have a fucking starring role. So you're the star that gets his ass kicked all the time. Just cause, and you never look strong. You never look strong. You're always in the wrong place at the wrong fucking time. You're always fucking something up. It's just what did you bring from Japan and how strong is it? Send it back right now. Stop it.
What did he leave in Japan?
Something.
He left his mojo in Japan.
Maybe brought too many sake bombs from Japan. I can't tell.
The great thing about Roman's return is Jacob Fatu working that injury so well, and they did it to keep him away from Roman, like immediately away from Roman until the time is right. Brilliant move. And he sold the fuck out of it. Everybody was convinced he's fucked.
He's fucked, fam. That was literally the synopsis from everybody. And I'm not just talking TSK. I'm not just talking to you guys. I'm talking everybody. Fuck. Like, I even remember listening to Brian Alvarez, long time, I haven't dropped their name in a while. Listen to Brian Alvarez video in, and even he was saying there, oh shit, dude, he thought he fucking broke the fuck out of his ankle.
Yeah.
And then, of course, within milliseconds, Brian's like, yeah, I got a text to say that he's fine. I'm like, you kidding me? I was like, you couldn't live in suspense for longer than 2 seconds?
No, but still, bravo, Jacob. You had us all
Yeah.
convinced.
ESP goes too.
He's an actor.
That's right, baby. I'm looking forward to all this. I don't know when they're going to do Fatu versus Roman, but it'll fucking bang. And I don't say that about many Roman matches.
I like to think they're going to keep them separate, and well, in a match anyway, until War Games.
Ooh.
Like have them clash for the first time in War Games, and then maybe we'll get a singles match after that.
Yeah, that bingo. That's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it right there.
Like Roman clears one cage, Jacob clears another cage, and then they're just staring at each other across the ropes, and then boom.
And then you know what? They don't touch each other. They get jumped.
And we're like, you fuckers.
Build that anticipation. Build the shit out of it, because I'm telling you, this should be Roman's first singles match back. And don't do it too fucking soon, because how long? When's War Games?
November Survivor Series, so
fucking
9, 10,
hell.
3 months.
It's a bit far.
Yeah, and we
I
got
don't
Hell in
know.
a Cell before that too, which is probably going to be Roman and Solo.
That
Well, I
makes
say
more
Hell in a
sense.
Cell, Bad Blood. Same thing.
Same thing. But it kind of throws out my fun idea of having Fatu be his first match back. But then again, you know what I mean? He's got to, if he goes with Solo, and obviously, you know, just blows through it and just goes one by one or whatever, then hell, he could single-handedly destroy him. He doesn't have to bring back, you know, the I think both Usos are going to, happen or whatever. I don't think he really needs too many people on his side. I'm pretty sure he could single-handedly do it, make him the ultimate strong guy again. Again, he did have a fucking World Heavyweight Championship reign of what, like 900 days or something?
Yeah.
So, come on now. Super Roman.
Well, I mean, one of them was like 900 days, and the other one was like 1,600, right? Whatever.
Super duper Roman. Sorry.
Yeah, super duper duper Roman.
Hey.
Makes Super Cena look like one of the Teen Titans.
Seriously. Yeah, like the kids' cartoon version too, not like the cool anime version.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change. I tried to be a nice guy. I tried to play by your rules. You all turned your backs on me. I tried to be a nice guy.
I've been in a hospital bed for 2 weeks. I've been in a hospital bed for 2 weeks trying to reclaim the fact that my own brother, my own best friend, stabbed me in the back. 2 other people I classed as brothers stabbed me in the back. And I hear, Daz, Cap, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, you challenged me at Wembley Stadium. You can call yourself whatever you want. Dragon King, Captain, I don't give a fuck. You call yourself that, well, I call yourself a fucking chicken shit. A backstabbing bastard. You want it? You want me at Wembley Stadium? With your asses on. I'll see your fucking ass at Wembley Stadium. Cost me the World Heavyweight Championship. You cost me 2 weeks. You cost me a dream. But your dream now is going to turn into a fucking nightmare, because the Dragon Slayer is coming for you at Wembley fucking stadium, bruv. I'll see you there, bitch.
Welcome back to the Cap and Mo Show. This is your verbal assassin, your Dragon King, your game changer, the captain speaking. He is El Jefe. Speak his name and he appears. Make sure you're liking and subscribed on YouTube. Follow us everywhere, and for all the information that you need, go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
Hit the clicking. Still to come this week, we find out who the captain violently ejected from the Dragon Club last week. But first, we got to do the recap just like y'all love it. So let's start with TNA Total Impact. Count it down with me. 3, 2, 1.
Impact in 3, 2, 1.
Team Wrestling!
And a little bit different this week, we're bringing you SmackDown, Rampage, Collision, and Raw live for several reasons. One, it wasn't a very newsworthy week, so we're just going to run through everything. And two, I keep forgetting to record the Collision segment, so can't forget it if we do it live.
Heard that.
So let's go to SmackDown. I'm going to recap the Smack for you right now. Cody Rhodes starts the show where he ponders on who he should defend his title against at Bash in Berlin. Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline interrupt as Sikoa says he deserves a rematch after what happened at SummerSlam. Rhodes basically says it was his own fault for taunting Roman, and as the Bloodline close in, Kevin Owens runs in to make the save. The Bloodline leave and Rhodes is determined, practically bullying Kevin Owens into a match for his title. KO says he doesn't deserve it, but Rhodes is not taking no for an answer. He says he's going to talk to Nick Aldis about it.
He still says, no, you go, brother.
He literally bullies him into a title match. In a tag team title number one contenders qualifying match, the Street Profits defeat A-Town Down Under with a double team blockbuster. Backstage with more talk, Nick Aldis confirms Cody Rhodes will defend his title against Kevin Owens at Bash in Berlin, but Owens still says he doesn't deserve it.
Find some confidence.
Also backstage, Tiffany Stratton runs into Pretty Deadly, who consider casting her in Pretty Deadly the musical. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven interrupt as they trade insults with Tiffany. I don't want to see that musical. Thank you very much.
I'm down. Sign me up.
Jade Cargill defeats Alba Fire with Jaded. After the match, Blair Davenport attacks Jade from behind, followed by Belair as Fire and Dawn join in. Finally, Naomi makes the save. In the ring later on, LA Knight celebrates his US title win before being interrupted by Santos Escobar and Legado del Fantasma. Escobar says he doesn't buy Knight as champion before defeating Andrade in a number one contenders match with a roll-up, following an assist from that devilish bastard Carmelo Hayes. Backstage, DIY vow to win back the tag team titles from the Bloodline, but of course they're going to have to go through these qualifiers first. Also backstage, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller barge into Nick Aldis' office, and they end up with Waller booked against Kevin Owens. I swear Kevin Owens has been feuding with these two for years.
Yeah.
In another tag team number one contenders qualifying match, DIY defeat Pretty Deadly with Meat in the Middle. And finally, in the ring, Solo Sikoa tells the crowd to acknowledge him, and he says he's the tribal chief now. Obviously, Roman Reigns takes the bait and obliterates the Bloodline, nailing Tangaloa with the steel stairs and spearing Tama Tonga through the barricade as Solo talks shit from the stage. Glorious stuff. And now we're going to take a break from WWE before we go to Raw. So here's swinging over to AEW with Mo's Rampage Report.
This is Rampage, baby. This is the show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. This is Rampage, yeah.
right. Actually, not too bad of a rampage, believe it or not, given a little substance this week. Darby Allin defeated Andy Williams with a code red and a coffin drop. Footage from Dynamite shows a frustrated Roosh after the match as Don Callis says he will face Preston Vance on AEW Collision, and he wants Roosh to send him to the hospital. Crazy bastard. Backstage, Jay Lethal challenges Hangman Adam Page to a match on Dynamite after Hangman attacked Jeff Jarrett on Wednesday, and he should attack him every day for all I give a damn. Wheeler Yuta defeats Rocky Romero with the cattle mutilation, I should say, as Swerve Strickland watches backstage, getting an eye for Wheeler as they have a match on Dynamite. Rocky Romero just out here jobbing for folks, but that's fine. Rocky's the man. Backstage, Willow Nightingale discusses the downfall of her friendship with Chris Statlander. Tomohiro Ishii shows up and notes that he doesn't like Statlander and Stokely Hathaway. So Nightingale teases that she has an idea. Probably has something to do with them teaming up at some point, which I'm all about. Private Party defeated Dave Dawson and Zach Dawson, these Dawson brothers, Dawson's Creek, if you will, whatever the hell you want to call it. They win with gin and juice. Jahoob match. Backstage, Dustin Rhodes talks about winning the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles, and then he calls out the Kingdom, who interrupts and kicks Rhodes below the belt, right in the wiener. So, and then we get Saraya getting another shocking win, believe it or not, because she's also wrestling very mightily these days. I'm glad it's starting to finally pick back up. Defeats Nyla Rose in the main event as she falls off the top rope. Falls onto the top of Rose, fucking it all up. And Harley Cameron comes in, holds her legs down, gets a little bit of assist. Gotta love it. So we're going through these fast and quick in a hurry. Let's keep it rocking. Let's keep with the AEW. Switch it on over to Collision with the Collision Course. All right, let's keep this thing rocking. Darby Allin in hologram defeat the team of Tony Nese and Josh Woods as hologram rolls up Josh Woods for the victory. I need more Josh Woods on my AEW television, Tony Khan. You hear me? I need more Josh Woods. Thunder Rhodes defeats Deonna Purrazzo in a Texas bull rope match with a Fire Thunder driver. Are they ever going to stop feuding? Ever. I kind of like
I hope so now.
Still, this better be it, for the love of Jesus. FTR defeat the Outrunners with a Shatter Machine, and I am so disappointed. The Outrunners are the greatest tag team I've never seen and never knew I wanted. I fucking need them every day in my life. They were the best. They were the best.
The retro.
Bring me back the 80s shit. Bring it back. Backstage, Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian throw insults to one another. Kip Sabian's a fucking Jehoob anyway. As the random feud continues, because got to do something for poor Nick Wayne. Roosh then goes on to defeat Preston Vance with the horns and looks at Don Callis for approval. Backstage, Roosh continues to attack Vance after the match, and of course, sends him to the hospital. Just as the boss wanted. Tomohiro Ishii answers Swerve's open challenge, and as much as it was a good match for what it was, Swerve picks up the win with a house call, even though the internet shit on it. Backstage, Claudio Castagnoli set his sights on the Continental Championship and proposes a match against Okada in Cardiff before All In. So yeah, remember that part. Lexi Nair announces that Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii versus Statlander and Stokely Hathaway at All In 0 Hour. I'm excited for it, which Stokely wants no parts of, but Chris, of course, accepts on his behalf because she ain't no bitch. Even though he jumps on her back. We'll get into that one, though. Backstage, Top Flight and the MXX connection come to blows before Leo Rush presses on the message from Tony Khan that they will face each other next week on Collision. Leo Rush getting a little bit of love on the AEWs here. Hikaru Shida, speaking of people getting some love and a new rub, defeats some Jahoob with the Falcon Arrow. Later on, challenges Mercedes Moné for an opportunity for the TBS title on Dynamite. We'll get into how that one goes. Bryan Danielson sits down with good old JR and love these interviews. Bryan admits that he will probably need neck surgery by the end of the year. Yeah, bro, we know, which is all bad. So we're hoping at least you can get a title win out of it. If not, we love you and speedy recovery. And of course, in the main event with Christian Cage as special guest referee, and good God, what a referee. The House of Black versus the Bang Bang Gang ends in a draw as Christian fast counts both teams down, even sees somebody getting up, or he sees Buddy Murphy getting up, and right at 9, spears the fuck out of him, jumps to his feet and yells 10. It was the greatest thing ever. The patriarchy then attacked both teams, ending with Cage hitting Malachi Black with a kill switch on a steel chair. I fucking love Christian Cage. Cannot say enough about this guy.
Who would have thought he would be like one of the best heels in wrestling in 2024?
Anybody who watched TNA in the early days, brother.
What's that? Never gonna wrestle again? Fucking watch this.
Fucking watch this. All right, let's kick it over to the east side, and it's time to get into Raw, baby.
Rhea Ripley kicks off Raw to talk about her feelings after SummerSlam before Lusty Liv and Dirty Dom interrupt from up in the crowd. Dom explains his resentment for Rhea and why he chose Liv as Liv continues to talk shit to Rhea. It buys enough time for Damian Priest to locate them by the sound of her voice as he appears right behind them and attacks Dom. Great stuff. With the fight spilling into the concession area, Ripley joins in and chases after Liv. Priest and Dom then spill back down into the ring. Carlito runs down to make the save before his match. Damian Priest then defeats Carlito with a South of Heaven, and after the match, the Judgment Day attack Priest until Rhea Ripley makes a save, kicking Carlito downstairs. There's been a lot of kicking the nuts this week. And steps up to Finn Balor. JD takes a super kick for Balor from Priest. Dominic tries to attack but gets caught by Priest, who then gets thrown to Ripley as Liv pulls him away. And backstage, after all that mayhem, Maxine Dupree turns down Ivy Niles' offer to join her with the Creed brothers and Chad Gable. Odyssey Jones has his in-ring debut on the main roster as he defeats Vincent Winnie, some Jahoob with a Bossman slam. New Day then celebrate with Jones, although Xavier Woods is a little bit hesitant. As the final testament interrupt, Karrion Kross accuses Kingston of trying to use Jones to replace Big E, continuing to drive a wedge between them before Woods tries to set up a tag match. But Kofi makes it a 6-man tag, much to Xavier's annoyance. So we've got a little bit of dissension between New Day. I mean, they've been a stable forever now.
Forever and a day. Forever and a day.
Backstage, Drew McIntyre questions Adam Pearce on why Randy Orton is next in line for a world title match. In a Texas Tornado match, American-made defeat the Alpha Academy. I know it's confusing, there's a lot of A's. As is distracted by Ivy Nile attacking Maxine and gets knocked off the apron, allowing both Creeds to roll up Tozawa. Poor Tozawa. In an earlier pre-taped interview, Pete Dunne says he never wants to hear the name Butch again. You're not the only one. And he never needed Sheamus.
For real, bro. Fuck that name.
Backstage, Bronson Reed tells Pearce to give him a challenge tonight or he'll find another victim. Rough night for Adam Pearce. Everybody's just barging into his office. With Alba Fire and Isla Dawn looking on, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark versus Damage Control's #1 contendership match ends in a no contest after Stark accidentally superkicks Alba Fire and Isla Dawn attacks Io Sky, causing a disqualification. Randy Orton takes to the ring as he vows to become world champion again. Gunther soon interrupts and says Orton should be the GOAT, but he's wasted his natural talent. Orton claps back and says he's learned from his mistakes, but Gunther continues to talk trash before Drew McIntyre's music hits, allowing Orton to drop Gunther with an RKO completely out of nowhere. But as Drew McIntyre finally makes it to the ring, CM Punk appears again completely out of nowhere and attacks him using his own belt to lash the shit out of him. And we saw the welts afterwards. Ow.
They hurt.
Yes. Yeah, but they know how to get whipped. Backstage, Sheamus says he has no idea why Pete Dunne is so upset with him. Ludwig Kaiser reminds Sheamus that they have unfinished business before Dunne attacks Sheamus from behind. Backstage, CM Punk clearly isn't finished with McIntyre and teases a strap match as he looks at the belts in his hands and says he has an idea of how to deal with Drew McIntyre. Yeah, I'm kind of the same because, like I said, he's just come back from a tricep surgery, and you're going to put him in a match where he's attached to his opponent by the wrist with a leather strap.
And which, by the way, was a little analogy, or not, whatever the fuck, the study of the body. The biggest fucking muscle in your arm is your trap. Or so. If he fucking tears it again, he's fucked.
I'm assuming they're going to lash it to his other arm because I think he's right-handed.
Oh, yeah, fucking tear that one, too. Go ahead. Jesus Christ, people.
Double tear, Phil. But, I mean, that's not even the worst part because they seem to be angling towards a Hell in a Cell too, which I'm even more cautious about. I hate... Every time Punk steps in the ring now, I'm cautious. Like, because he's getting injured every 6 months.
Stop, bro. You get hurt more than fucking NFL players.
So, hopefully it all goes smoothly. But anyway, back to Raw. Bronson Reed defeats The Miz with a tsunami. After the match, Reed goes up top for another tsunami, but Truth rolls Miz out of the way, only for poor Truth to get crushed with multiple tsunamis from the big man, despite a stern warning from Adam Pearce.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to listen to you, bro. Everybody kick your door.
Look, hey, Nia Jax, this is how you splash somebody without actually breaking their ribs.
Not hard.
Backstage, Jey Uso hypes up Sami Zayn for his title match against Braun Breaker and alludes to chasing the tag team titles together once it's all said and done. And in the main event, 2 out of 3 falls match, Braun Breaker does in fact defeat Sami Zayn to retain the Intercontinental title. Zayn won the first fall with a haluva kick. Breaker then took the second fall with a high-octane spear, and finally Zayn dives off the top rope straight into a spear from Breaker to finish things off.
Braun Breaker bakes banana bread. Say that 5
times. So due to unforeseen circumstances, we have another week without an NXT round. So let's kick it back to AEW and talk last night on Dynamite.
Another week of no awesome intro, but let's hop on into it. Last night on Dynamite, we got the Mercedes Moné match out of the way, and I'm going to say this as nicely as I can. It started out like something I wanted to watch, and ended up like everything I never wanted. And it was the fucking typical WWE bullshit with the kendo stick and the, oh, homegirl's going to hit her, and then I'm going to hit my move, which looked like shit, by the way. And then I'm going to get the dub, which is exactly what it is. After the match, Britt Baker's music hits. Camila fucking beats the dog mess out of some fucking poor stink fan. Yes, it's a plant, but heaven forbid it was a child. Beat the shit out of a child. Just for fucking Britt Baker to literally walk the whole crowd. The whole fucking crowd. And then take her sweet time getting in the ring. Just to fucking take her sweet time putting on the glove for fucking Mercedes to go, oh shit, not yet. It was awkward as fuck, the entire thing. Attempts to put her in lockjaw, build anticipation towards All In. Let this fucking belt change over and get Mercedes off my fucking TV. This was just horrendous. Even Britt needs a little bit of work, because that was just bad. Renee interviews Planet Jarrett following Hangman's attack last week, but Hangman once again attacks them all again because he's a fucking wild man, that guy is. Brawls with Lethal all the way out to the ring. Ends up winning that match that they had set up with the discus lariat and then followed up with a buckshot. Picks up the dub. Backstage, Pac goes full Geordie and is just literally bitching and complaining. Has a complete and total issue with where's fucking Ospreay from? Is Ospreay from London?
Yeah.
He sounds posh as shit.
Essex boy.
Of course he's fucking got a problem with an Essex boy. Are you goddamn kidding me? Issues a challenge about him challenging with MJF, and challenges the winner of the All In American Championship match 2 weeks later at All Out. And you know what? Fuck yeah, give Pac a shot. It's about goddamn time. After a pre-taped promo from Darby Allin, Jack Perry attacks him backstage and tears up the stakes to a coffin match as security pulls him away. He drops a goddamn garage door on him, locks it in place, and was going to commit murder by smashing fucking Darby Allin's head in with this goddamn studio crate. 40 people had to stop it. At least that's how many of them. So, good build to the anticipation of the match. Them in a coffin match is going to fucking kill I just hope somebody doesn't die. Let's see here. We got, another pre-tape promo. Mariah May, though. This was a good one. Her movie, if you will. Sends a message to Toni Storm by burning her gear. Then that's when Renee ends up interviewing Mina Shirakawa. I'm fucking up all the names right now. Who cannot believe that Maria and Tony are the same people, which is bullshit. Has to be all the funny stuff. Gotta love it. Stakes for this match are growing by the day. Orange Cassidy in a triple threat match against Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly picks up a dub as he rolls up Kyle O'Reilly with a crucifix pin. Great match. Really enjoyed it. I want to say he's number one contender now for the TNT Championship. Kind of
I thought it was for something, but I lost track.
I'm pretty sure it's the number one contendership. Then we get to one of the best things that backstage. Renee is interviewing Christian Cage with the Patriarchy. He ends up kicking her out of here. Give her this microphone. Get out of here. Love the whole thing. He said he called the match right down the middle. And I said, the middle of what? The middle of what, bruv? But I love it. Keep it going. Apparently, they're going to have another up against each other match before they're probably going to eventually end up in a fucking triple threat at All In, which is fine. I fucking love it. In the ring, Ski-Bone brings out Hook, who challenges Jericho in the very passionate, somewhat kind of weird promo, very raw, kind of ECW-esque feeling, but it's like, put the fucking microphone, like, give him the mic. Get the fuck out of the way, Tony, and give the kid the mic. That's kind of what irked me. But anyway, challenges for the FTW Championship. Jericho refuses the challenges and said he wants to give him a shot at All In, but Hook has to beat Big Bill next week in Cardiff. And if he loses, he can never challenge for the FTW Championship again. Tag team title match, the Young Bucks versus the Acclaim, ends in a DQ, all thanks to FTR attacking it. It kind of looked like maybe, just maybe, FTR was going to go heel and help the Bucks, but instead they end up causing issues. So now it looks like that's going to be a tag match. Winner of that's going to go on to All In, and we'll see how that one goes. Probably another fucking triple threat we'll end up with, which I'm all about. Of course, immediately right after this, because of the shibakary and the nonsense, that's when Christopher Daniels lets us know that FTR and Acclaim will happen on Collision for the shot at the Bucks. Bryan Danielson gets the quintessential Green Day tribute video. Literally, they're playing him out. He, again, like we keep saying, there's two options left for this man. He's either going to shatter all at Wembley Stadium or shake Wembley Stadium when he wins the AEW Championship, or everybody, there's going to be many a grown man a crying to realize that he's finally done. So it's going to be bittersweet either way. In the main event, Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland defeats Wheeler Yuta via ref stoppage as he viciously pummels this man until Bryan Danielson jumps over the barricade, jumps into the ring from the stage. Swerve fires shots at Danielson and leaves, I should say, but then surprises Bryan with a house call as he's checking on Wheeler. There is no doubt that Swerve is the ultimate heel in this one, and I do mean ultimate heel. They're playing it up where either you're going to hate him more for winning, or you're going to be so thankful that Bryan beat the ultimate heel in Swerve Strickland. So again, bittersweet moment, massive moment. All In is literally going to change everything about AEW.
Yeah, they are literally keeping the cards close to the chest on this one.
Good job.
Can literally go either way with Bryan.
Yeah, and I'm fucking so excited.
That goes down a week on Sunday, and before that on next Thursday, coming up next week, we are on the road to Wembley as we present the second annual All for One on August 22nd, featuring predictions for All in London. And yes, I will be there live and in living color.
I'm so jealous. Trust me, the jealousy runs deep through a lot of us here. So 2 weeks ago, Legion attacked Beer, and once again, this time they finally unmasked, revealing the whole damn that the captain was behind the entire thing. He was the masked bastard and Os Mascaras. Last week, the captain then issued an invitation to Beer to face him at All for One. This week, Beer accepted. We will see them go face to face or have a face off next week. And speaking of face offs next week, I talked about bring back the 80s wrestlers. There's a very particular fella I'd like to see at the 500 episode, and just maybe we can show these young fellas how they used to do TV rules back in the 80s.
I love me some 80s. But you know what, Beard, that man's crazy to accept the invitation. But speaking of crazy, Cypher has offered a rematch for his television championship against two members of Dragon Club, Chad Malcolm and Travis the Walker Anderson, and it will once again be luck of the draw rules.
Feud that will never end because it's a blood feud of the Carolinas. Also, at Promo Slam 2 weeks ago, Ted P. De Niro became the new Knowledge Championship for the second champion, defeating both Travis and Phoenix. Well, the Phoenix has a shot to reclaim his gold, and he's demanded 60-second quick fire. You have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. The best score wins. Can Ted P. De Niro still outsmart the Phoenix, or is the rise of the Phoenix happening once again?
6. Can he become a 6-time champion? Is he 6 or 7? I don't know. He's got the most reigns either way. Cannot wait for that one. It all comes your way next week. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com/all-for-one for more information. All right, let's close it out with everybody's favorite double-edged sword, the Bell End board.
Get your points ready.
A bell end, you're a bell end, mate. Look, bell end 1, bell end 2, big veiny bell end over here.
All right, so I kind of want to give Bobby Lashley some points for the whole just everything that's going on, but it's, you know, it's more the fans that are making it out to be the worst of it. So Bobby gets away from it. However, Eric Bischoff.
Hey.
And again, we don't like Mercedes. We're not loving her run. But this guy went from sucking the Monet teat to sucking all of her because he was like, oh, this is a great move, that she's going to do so what, she's going to da-da-da-da, blah, 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 to she's god-awful and it's AEW's fault. Well, you're the one that gave her creative control. This is, oh, you know, it's, no, hold on, fucking pump the brakes, baby. Let's be real for a minute here. She floundered in Japan because she couldn't cut a promo worth a damn. And trust me, bro, the people in Japan, they understand English and they have a translator. It could have got over. She could have got over if she knew what the fuck to say. But she doesn't because she got used to getting shit written down forever and would improv some shit every now and again. Now that she has the creative freedom in AEW, which everybody else has, she's not the only one. So stop fucking thinking that she's this one and only, you're on your own, bitch, fucking sink or swim. No, that's everybody. That's everybody. They all have to do it. Nobody's getting anything written. And if they are, it's the fucking most minute bullshit there is. And if she can't make something out of the most minute bullshit there is, then who's the fucking problem here, bro? Yeah, I'm going with that guy over there. Who's the fucking problem here? Okay, it's fucking her. And speaking of, I didn't even give how many points. I'm going to give him 20. That's probably not enough, but I'll stick with 20. I got to give Broman some, Miss Vince Russo. He deserves fucking 10 points for talking shit. I forgot who he was talking shit on, but the fact that you're talking shit on anybody in this fucking business anymore is beyond me, fam. Is beyond me. You were the worst part of the fucking WCW time. You were the worst part of the Attitude Era. Okay, your Jerry Springer watching fucking script writing ass is fucking beyond overrated. I don't even remember what bullshit you were talking about. That's just how fucking hot I am. So you're a fucking Jahoob, deserve fucking 10 points. And if I haven't given Hulk Hogan 10 points or any points at all for his antics, if you will, in the politician life, then you get 10 points for your politician bullshit. See, 5 points this week. A lot of
Damn, Hogan's not on there yet.
Hogan ain't.
Fucking is now.
Fucking 10 it is. Yeah, fucking. You know what? No. Make it 15 because in this instance, I believe Jesse Ventura.
Oh, yeah. Is Russo on there yet? No, Russo. First time for Russo this year too. How many points did he get?
Give him 5. I forget what he was talking shit on, but don't talk shit around here. You're banned from talking shit.
All right. Well, with the 20 points for Bischoff, he has finally overtaken the sex ring, and he's now on 103 points.
It happened. It finally happened. It's been months. We've been begging for somebody to take this spot. And all he had to do was open his mouth about fucking Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Oh boy. All right. So, yep, that's it. All right, let's move on to the other side of the board and find out who's been a bruv this week. Bruv.
Uh,
On the flip side, I'm actually going to give 5 points, surprisingly, to Eric Bischoff.
oh,
Because for the first time ever, I've agreed with him that Mercedes Moné is terrible on the mic and should not be given a microphone.
Yep.
But that's the only reason you're getting 5 points.
Hey.
Because he did also say something like, she never cut promos in WWE. She cut promos in WWE all the time, and they were shocking then too.
Yeah, but at least they were fucking coherent.
Yeah, because they were
made
scripted.
sense. Jesus Christ.
So a shocking 5 points for Bischoff.
Happy, motherfucker.
Who else did I want to give points to? Shit.
Well, when you think about it, speaking of Jesse Ventura, I want to give 15 points to Jesse Ventura for going on all these news outlets and re-informing people of just how important our fucking political race is over here in the United States. He made fun of Hulk Hogan and how he fucking shit him out to fucking Vince McMahon, and that's why he got out of the WWF as soon as he did. And of course, he's with fucking crooked people. That's why he's with on the Republican side. But the reality of the matter is you took Jesse Ventura, who, by the way, prior to his WWF run, was a Navy SEAL. So he kind of knows a little thing too about the fucking, the military. And he defends one VP candidate and attacks the other one because, journalism isn't a real fucking thing. Being a high rank means you don't go to war. And saying my daddy has money and I have bone spores means you can get away from the Vietnam War. Donald Trump. Sorry, I had to do it.
How many points for Jesse?
Give him 20.
All right, that puts him on 45. He's climbing that board.
Fuck yeah, Jesse.
Jesse Ventura is going to be Bruv of the Year.
Hell yeah, I love that.
He's only 35 behind Cody Rhodes.
Oh, I got one quick more. And again, this is call it the footy in me. 5 points to Shad Khan. Why? For the fucking for the Fulham women's move. That's what, bro? I don't give a shit what people think. You know what? Do you understand what that logo means? And it's not just a matter of it being AEW. That's their main logo. That's their main sponsor. That main sponsor means the ones helping ensure that, things are going to get rebuilt, facilities are taken care of, better players can be brought in, the whatever. But the fact of the matter is, and again, I talk about women's sports, especially how big they're getting here in the United States. Good fucking move. Improve your women's team, improve the eyes on the women's game of the biggest game in the world. Good shot. Good job, Shad Khan.
Yeah. A much better move than WWE teaming up with fucking Man City.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're corrupted. I didn't say that.
Yeah, they should. Of all the t-shirts they made, they didn't make a single one with 115 on it.
Nope.
But I'll let you guys Google that one. Who else? There was definitely somebody that I really wanted to give bruv points to this week, and I can't remember who it was.
Oh no.
I can't even remember if it was WWE or AEW.
Was it Okada for his great promos? I love his promos.
Well, while I'm still trying to think about it, let me give some points to Danielson for bringing out the Green Day.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's a cliche, but hey.
Hey, bro! Every kid from the mid '80s to fucking the mid '90s, Green Day is the shit. You understand?
Yeah, Pac. I wanted to give points to Pac because that was literally the most Geordie promo I've ever heard in my life. It was great.
The UK beef is strong.
I need to watch that promo again just for the pure. It smelled like Newcastle.
It smelled like Newcastle.
10 points to Pac. And I gave
Oh.
15 also to Danielson. So, yeah,
Beautiful.
still Cody Rhodes at the top with 8. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give more to Cody Rhodes because fuck the body shamers. How the fuck can you body shame Cody Rhodes?
How you stop?
Another 10 points to Cody Rhodes. Dumbasses.
I hate the internet sometimes.
They're ridiculous. Well, thank you for joining us. I hope we rocked you harder than, well, you're about to find out. Join us next week for All for One. We have 3 huge matches on the road to Wembley. And before we close this up, let's find out what Host Mo and the TSK have for you pencil neck geeks this week with a roundup of Click This.
All right, so we're gonna get into a lovely series called the Long Lost Episodes because there's a few of them that have to drop, and that's just what's gonna happen. They're just gonna drop. They're gonna be in a nice little folder by themselves called the Long Lost Episodes. They actually found our WrestleMania review, believe it or not, all the way back in fucking March. So again, that's why I'm saying Long Lost Reviews, ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. So the TSK is gonna be dropping 3 of them. But the reality is they're probably going to drop next week. But I'm just letting everybody know that all these are getting done, that they're going to drop. They're going to come within unison. And the reason I say that is because we will be reviewing All In. Again, the opportunity to go live and try to live stream it, my side reactions, the whole whatever, is going to be into effect. Going to try. You have to understand, I got kids. I don't have an office. This is my kitchen. Y'all don't know that, but now you do. Congratulations. So it's not super easy to go super live all the time, but we'll see what I can do. I'm going to try my goddamnedest, even if it means just like main events or whatever. But then again, it's also early in the morning on our side, so let's hope for the best. But again, next Sunday, I should say, we'll drop a TSK All for One, or I should say All In review. The Max Footy Pod has to come back now. I was in the middle of doing an episode by myself. I am going to try my absolute fucking goddamnedest to pump out an episode before I leave for vacation, and it is a huge one. A former massive club manager has decided to take the U.S. men's national team job, and it's none other than Mauricio Pochettino. So football is about to get real popular in the United States, especially with the World Cup coming. So the Max Footy Pod is coming back with some greatness. Definitely going to get the rest of the folks' reaction on that. Let's kick into the fun stuff. And the only way you guys can know how you do it, how to follow it, how to make sure you're a part of the team is by following all the social medias, by following us on the Max Wrestling UK, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, and of course, the Max Football Pod. Hit the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. All your links and a whole bunch more right there. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, follow button, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere in between. Follow us, because the reality of the matter is, and I said this too, Chris Reed was once a fan who got into the group, who became an EVP, an MVP, a fucking dual champion, could be television champion one day. You never know. The sky is the limit. You too could go the Chris Reed route and have all kinds of fun with us. So with all that being said, the Cap, I'm not sure what the outcome of this meeting was last week. So I'm anxious with anticipation as well. So let's find out who got the bat from the Cap. And we'll see y'all next week for All for One.
So all of you have one reason or another to stab me in the back. You don't really think that you were going to get through this without being punished now, did you? I don't want to hurt anybody, but you are going to pay. So now I'm going to beat the holy hell out of one of you. I'm sure you're all familiar with Tilly. So all I have to do is pick which one gets the honor.
Technically, Phoenix was right about Travis. He did run off with Corey.
What the fuck? You're just gonna sell me out like that? At least I didn't talk shit about him like Phoenix.
Hey, do not make me kill the little future serial killer, alright? It's an emotional moment. I get it. Everybody's sitting at the table waiting for me to order. I simply cannot decide. Wait a minute. I got an idea. Eeny, Meeny, miny, mo. Catch the tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mother told me to pick the very best one. And you are it. Anybody moves, anybody says anything, you'll lose an eye. Then we'll start. You can breathe, you can blink, you can cry. Hell, you're all gonna be doing that. Here's to it. Oh. Oh, taking it like a champ. Oh, you hear that? I think he said suck my nuts. Alright, you two, stand up. OGs standing tall. Not only were you going into business for yourself, but you tried to sell me out. You tried to go running to Anon Mascaras to spill my shit. What you didn't know was that I am Anon. See, this is why we didn't involve you in Legion, Trav. Feeney was right from the start. We couldn't trust you. And I've got the world's best lawyer by my side. Did you really think you could come for me? Damn, what a mess. Come on, boys. Let's go. Sorry, Trav. Should have warned you about Tilly. She is batshit crazy. Batshit. Get it? Huh? Oh, he's not speaking. His brains are under that tree over there. He is all fucked up. He has ceased to be. He is an ex-walker.